Hey, all right, back again with another video. This is part two. I put on my glasses. I think I'm gonna keep them on because I like being able to see myself. Actually, the end of that last video, I kind of missed a portion of that, but that's okay. A portion of the story, but that's okay. Um, because I said that I just quit smoking, like as if it was like cold turkey or some shit. It wasn't. Um, what wound up happening is I started to care about my body at that time because I met this guy, not my twin flame, but just somebody else, and I wanted to look good for them. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be kind of cute. Yeah, I cared. I mean, I cared about the way that I was looking for them. You know what I'm saying? I remember I tried to pick them up, I could lift them up, and I couldn't. Bitch ain't had no muscles, so I was like, hell nah. Hell nah. So I was like, okay. So I started working out, and I was using marijuana at that time to help me get through the workouts because, ooh, I hadn't worked out in years. I was like hella chunky. I'm not chunky now, but I was. Um, so yeah, I started working out using marijuana, but because I was working out, I started to notice like, okay, I'm kind of, I feel better. I feel better when I wake up. I have more energy. I don't really need to smoke as much. You know what I'm saying? So it helped me. So if you're trying to stop smoking, I really recommend doing that. I recommend, um, I recommend working out. Um, I'm sorry. Let's okay, shit. Um, I recommend working out because I feel like that was what really helped me to kind of wean off of it. Um, with a lot of things, I feel like when you're trying to stop doing something, you kind of have to replace it with something else to take its place. Like if I wasn't smoking, then okay, let me just work out and get some blood pumping and get my energy up type shit. So that was a huge multi benefit for me because it wound up helping me to stop smoking, and I got me some abs and I got me a little body. You know what I'm saying? I got me kind of let me whatever whatever. So take this off anyway. Oh, so yeah, it helped me get my body right, and not just that, but it helped my confidence and my for that a year before that I had like really horrible um digestion problems, and once I started working out, a lot of that was alleviated. And I remember probably like a month after I started working out, um and this was also when I stopped smoking as well, but this is yeah, this video is about when I stopped smoking, or when I was began to wean off, and when I stopped. About a month after I started working out and everything like that, literally parasites were coming out of my body. Like, I'm not even. This shit sounds like the fucking Matrix. Like when they fucking pulled the bug out of his belly button, straight like that, bro. Parasites were fucking coming out of my body, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how long they had been in there. I don't know, but them motherfuckers was like, it was like, I don't know. I don't think it was a tapeworm. It was some other shit, but that bitch was fucking long. I remember being like, ooh, I was like, oh, thank God for that. But ever since that, emotionally, spiritually, like, bitch has been rising up. Like that shit was like the best, one of the most important moments of my life. One of the most important moments of my life was getting those fucking parasites out of my body. If that did not happen, I probably wouldn't even be recording this video. I probably wouldn't have taken a normal shit. Sorry about that. I'm sorry if you eating or whatever. But those parasites came out of my body. Like, thank God. Thank God that all that, transpired. And I attribute that, like I was saying, to me working out and like when just the like when you're flexing your abs and that's I don't know what the fuck was going on here. But all I know is that me working out got it back in control, and me taking care of my body got it back in control. Also, um, because I stopped smoking and because I was working out, I didn't have the munchies and shit like. Sorry. So I want to like at that time my diet drastically shifted. Like I'm talking, I was just water, 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 and I'm still that way. Like I only drink water. I don't drink. I stopped drinking alcohol after I had depression and shit. I was done with that. So no alcohol, no soda, no juice, no. If it wasn't water, I wasn't drinking it. So it was just water, straight water, straight water, straight water. And then my diet, I just everything started to taste disgusting to me, and it still does. Like it just was like burgers and things. It was just I couldn't do it back to back. Like I would still have it like every now and then, but I always just wanted like more than anything. If I was going to a fast food restaurant, more than anything, I wanted something with like some potatoes, like some French fries or some tomatoes and shit. And but everything started to taste really gross to me. So I was just like, it was like I'm drinking water every day, and then like I was eating rice and beans. That's it. So that it affected my diet as well when I stopped smoking. Um, so of course that helped again with my fitness, my physical health, my mental health. Not taking in a lot of sugar and a lot of fat and things like that. So again, and food has vibrations as well. So that helped me continue to grow and develop. And also, um, my dreams began to gosh, and like my dreams my dreams got really really vivid and really really intense. Like I've never had dreams as intense, and not just that they became intense, but they became like reality. Like I would have visions of things, and it wouldn't it was my visions were more so like that's so Raven than like uh Miss Cleo type shit. Like it was that so Raven. Like okay, I kind of understand what the hell you're trying to tell me, but I really don't know what you want me to do, and I don't know what's about to happen. It was very everything because it's all very symbolic. Um, so most of the time, I didn't understand my visions or my dreams until after the fact. But like the thing is, I don't want. I feel like I should say this for the third video, but um, weed stops or prevents my dreams personally. I don't know about everybody else, but my dreams are nowhere near as vivid. Um, my visions are not as clear when I'm smoking. So when I stopped smoking is when I learned more about the actual. Like I said, this is all intuition based, so I don't have like the terms. If you guys have the terms, you can leave them in the comments. Like I thank you for that. Um, but I just learned more about my psychic abilities, and it on top when you combine that, like okay, I'm feeling good about my body, I'm feeling good about the way that I look, my skin is flourishing because I'm eating better, and then okay, I'm able to kind of see the future in a way, you know, and I'm able to sense things, and I have a knowing about what's going to happen in my life and around me. It it gave me this like this confidence. Obviously, I wasn't, you know, I wasn't like super confident, but I was just like, yo, like I have something. You know what I'm saying? I have something, and I'm special. You know, so that was really great. Um, ooh, and then yeah, um, oh my gosh, this is gonna be long too because I'm thinking about everything that happened. Gosh, okay, I'm not gonna go into too much detail because it's really extensive. Um, when I stopped smoking, I became more aware of my angel numbers, and I began to look more into those, and I began to interpret my dreams. Um, and I realized, like, oh my gosh, I'm on a certain path, and I'm being directed to a certain life. At the time, I did not really understand it. It is what it is. Where am I going? Oh, and then my spirit animals began to come to me again, but this time I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started smoking, the spirit animals would come to me. It's like I was like, okay, you know, you know, kind of giving me some signs here, but this time I knew that my spirit animals were literally there for a reason because they would not just show up, but they would show up and multiply. Like I had ladybug as a spirit animal, moth as a spirit animal, and spiders. Now spiders showed up in my dream. Like that was what I learned from spiders is just about creating your own reality. The ladybugs, I learned how to just let go and have fun. And when I met the moth was when I began to do shadow work. And I began to look into duality and oneness, and yeah, that was a time. That was probably the most painful part of my spiritual journey. Was doing shadow work, and because prior to that, I used to be like, okay, I don't want to, because I was so focused on being a positive spiritual person and spreading love, that I was like, don't be angry, don't be mad. I used to hate my thoughts. I used to feel like my thoughts were me. And it was at that time that I realized a thought is just a thought. They're going to come and go. It's true. Like, their thoughts are not real. Thoughts don't have any value. Because you can have a thought, but is that what you believe? There's a very huge difference. You know what I'm saying? And you can also give power to a thought and then you start to believe it. So that was it was a game changer for me. Doing the shadow work was a game changer. And that shit hit after I stopped smoking. So that's why I say like marijuana is gonna take you only so far. And then at some point you have to just kind of like pump the brakes on it and allow yourself to grow spiritually beyond that, because weed is not the omega. Weed is not the catalyst. I don't even know if I'm using that word right, but weed is not the catalyst of your spiritual development. I promise you. I promise you, you have further and you have more to learn and more to experience. um and then yeah, after I did my shadow work, I started to really love myself and really love the universe and love people. I began to accept not even just the positive entities in the world. Like I'm talking about like accepting the fact that uh demons reside around this motherfucker. Like, right? I mean, they have their own little purpose. I mean, I could be mad at it. Damn, like, damn, bitch, you getting on my nerves. Like, can you back up? But I mean, they're doing what they do. Like, they don't know what else to do. That's all that they can do. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at that. I can do everything that I can to educate myself and protect myself and do the same and try to help other people with that shit too. But they're not going anywhere. They are not going anywhere. The same way I'm not going nowhere. You can't get rid of me, bitch. I ain't going nowhere. if you know where that quote is from, then shout out to you. Um, but yeah, I'm talking about like some real like just on some acceptance shit, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be upset and be like, you know what? I'm upset. I'm gonna be upset because the thing is that one of the things that can lower your vibration is shame and guilt. So that was when I learned, like, okay, you got to stop being ashamed of being upset. That's it's an emotion. It's an emotion. Everybody feels it. It's valid. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna pass. I don't wake up every day pissed off, but damn, if a bitch get me upset, then I might just go ahead and be upset. The last thing I need to do is pretend like I'm not upset when I really am. That's so backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like get it out. Let it be. And then you'll feel better and you're gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? And then not just that. I'm not saying start popping off on everybody and start, decking niggas. I'm just saying when you accept that you have that emotion, you know how to react to, like you know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's not this like thing that you constantly try to avoid. You know what I'm saying? It's like um yeah, it's like going to school and if you know how there were some people like they would not know certain words or they wouldn't know how to maybe read as good as everybody else, and because they were embarrassed or they were ashamed, they didn't try, and it never helped them because they never ever learned how to fucking do better, and they just constantly kept avoiding it and avoiding it and avoiding it and avoiding it instead of just fucking facing it the one time and then for the rest, you know what I'm saying, and then you hold yourself back. Just deal with it, and then you'll know what you like. There's nothing better than understanding your own emotions and understanding yourself and understanding, how you feel when you're upset, all of that shit. Um, so yeah, that was what happened when I stopped smoking. I think that's the end of it. Um, yeah, my dreams, visions, shadow work, beautiful, beautiful experience. Sure, we're gonna go into the next episode. We're gonna talk about what happened when I started smoking again. All right, I can't believe I'm filming all these videos. I'll be back. See y'all in the next one, y'all.